What's this scary lighting? Hello, son. Turn yourself down. Okay. I have been tagged in the DCP tag by Ben. I'll link his channel right here. If it works, if not, I'm cutting this. Check his video out if you somehow haven't already. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So, first question. How did you hear about the program? I found out about the program from one of my friends who I've known most of my life, not overly well, not until the past couple years, I guess. She did the program, I do believe, in 2015, came back. She had an amazing time, and she made it sound so great, and she kind of encouraged me to apply, so I did. But first time applying, I didn't get in. I wasn't really expecting to, so it didn't hurt too much. It was kind of great because I ended up with an amazing job doing research for the summer. I could not have been happier. And I was thinking I'd be doing research again this upcoming summer, but it was kind of always in the back of my head, you know, maybe I should apply again. But it was getting to the end of November and I still hadn't. Didn't really. I was kind of heading towards the no. And then I was talking to Eric again, and she encouraged me so much. Kind of made me apply again. I'm so happy she did, because then, you know, like a month later, I can't actually remember how long, it was a fairly decent wait until we actually found out if we got an interview. And I did! I got an interview! So exciting. Which brings me to question 2. What was the interview process like? So, I thought it was really good overall. Good descriptions. I've had several jobs. I've been working since I was 14, and I've never had a formal interview. I've certainly talked to my employers at some point in time before I actually started working there, so they knew who I was, generally speaking. But I've never had an actual sit-down interview. So for that, I was pretty anxious. I wasn't sure what to expect. So first thing in the morning, everyone meets up. Everyone goes to the same big room where you sit down for a presentation. They kind of give you a bit of details on the job, on what to kind of expect, what they're looking for, and certain rules. Show you a couple of videos, makes you super excited, or if you're like some of my friends who are there, you might cry a little, might tear up. So that's probably about an hour, and once that's done, then they get into the individual interviews. So you have a certain time slot that you sign up for ahead of time. Mine was kind of mid-afternoon, I suppose. So I was actually in there with some other friends who I was rooming with at a hotel in Toronto. I had to fly there for the interview. I'm a little ways away. I'm a province over. So then you had your individual interviews. So there's a group around 6 who you all kind of sit in a room, and then individually they'll come in and call your name. You don't know what order it's in, it's not alphabetical. Definitely not. So when they call your name, they bring you over into another room. For our interviews, they had 3 different interviews going on in the same room, all in different corners. And they kind of ask you questions, making sure that you're qualified, and asking about certain preferences, I suppose. My dog's barking. Be right back. So overall, the interview process, it wasn't bad. It was actually kind of fun. The interviewers are fantastic, and you kind of just have a conversation with them, so definitely not something to be worried about. At least, try not to worry about. Next question. I hope that I answered number 2. This is so broken up. Okay, next question, number 3. Where were you when you found out? So, I was at home, and my last name starts with a B, so I was one of the first people to get my email. Email from Disney? What? I was just so frozen. Like, oh my goodness, I actually got the job. This was when I was eating breakfast. So I had class early afternoon, I was eating breakfast, and I was planning on finishing an assignment that was due. Needless to say, I did not get a very good mark on that assignment. A little distracted. So, number 4. what is your role and what is your preferred role. So I ended up getting quick service food and beverage, which I'm happy with. It wasn't my preferred role because I've done 4 summers of it, which is probably why I got placed there, because I have so much experience in it. And I love that job. I love the place that I worked at. It was so much fun, and the people I worked for and worked with, I loved that job. It was great. So I am excited to work in food and beverage again. I think it will be a lot of fun, and I think it often kind of depends on who you're working with. You know, people can make or break a situation, and plus, I mean, food makes people happy. My original kind of preferred roles, though, I would have liked to try merchandise, operations. I also think that it would have been a lot of fun to hang out with the characters, even if I did die in the process of heat in summertime in Florida. Ha! Oh, it is going to be very hot summer. Question 5. How did you find your roommates, and how many do you want? I joined a Facebook page for all the Canadians. So there's a cool kind of roommate survey, you know, questions that you just kind of fill out and you post so that, you know, other people can kind of just get to know you. And you can also find people that you might get along well with and kind of agree on certain things, so potentially a good roommate. It's kind of awkward at first because, like, do you just outright ask, like, hey, you want to be roommates? We don't know each other, but it could be fun. So, number of roommates that I would actually want. Right now, I mean, definitely 4. I'd also be okay with 6 roommates. I think that could be a lot of fun. Number 6. What are you going to miss while on the program? Oh, I'm gonna miss so much. My family, probably the most. I don't know if they realize that I'm gonna miss them because I'm always so excited to go places. I'm gonna miss the heck out of them. And my dogs and hedgehog. Number 7. What's your favorite Disney park? I don't like this question. It has been years since I've been to Disney. So being able to make a decisive decision on which park I like most, it's kind of difficult. 8. The first thing you want to get when you get there. English is not my strong suit. The first thing that I want to buy when I get there, it's kind of tough. I mean, aside from the general, you know, groceries and shopping that I need to do to live, the actual Disney merch, the Monsters University hat. I've also heard Dole Whip is amazing, so need to get some Dole Whip. It's happening! Number 9. What is your number 1 on your bucket list? I don't have a bucket list made up yet. There's things I've talked about that I really want to do that sound like a lot of fun. And I do plan on making a bucket list. Maybe even just kind of as I go and realize, like, oh, that would be neat. Maybe I should try and do that someday that I have off. But as a whole, I don't have one. There's so much time to do so many things, so I'm excited to kind of go with the flow and just experience everything. I also know that I have good old Justin. I'll link his channel in the description below. He's planning on helping people out with their bucket lists. I'm kind of scared for that. Oh, I'm a physics and astronomy student, so I really want to check out the Kennedy Space Center while I'm down there. I think that would be really neat. Number 10. One thing you hope to take away from the program. One thing? God, there's so many things. I mean, overall, I hope to take away an incredible experience. I also hope to take away so many great friendships. Like, so many people! And, like, people from other countries, too. You know, I wanna hang out with other people, not just my Canadians, eh? I hate myself a little bit for that. Having a bit more awareness on life, I think would also be pretty cool. Something I'm excited for. So I hope that you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe. I'd love it if you subscribed. Stick around with me for the summer and kind of see what I'm up to and see what's happening at Disney. If you're going to be down there this summer, please, you know, comment below and maybe we can hang out sometime, do something fun down there. I'm so excited. Thanks, guys. It's going to be entire 20 minutes of blooper. This is first try at YouTube. I don't know. I don't know what I should do. No, I think I had it slightly zoomed in. Oh, not that much. Get out. Does this look right? I'm okay with this.